Hello YouTube, welcome back. Today we are going through top 10 tips for Endfield that you need to know in this sponsored video. We're going to go straight into it. So press M in the game, go to the bottom left, and then you want to clear all your markers. So the most important thing in the game is the resources. So we're going to click on rares and then rare mineral. So these resources take a long time to respawn, and you need these resources to level up your characters. With the recent changes in this live version, you will also get a lot more resources, but it's good to collect all of these resources early on in the game. So this is the first area. You'll probably start off here. You want to collect all of these resources so that you can level up all and multiple characters at once. So if you go press C, we're going to level up some of our character skills, so we can level up using the stuff we just picked up. You can level it all evenly. Some of them are going to be capped at rank 3 for now, or rank 4, until you uncap your character higher limits. And then when we go to the passive nodes, there's two. The first two passive nodes are for combat, and then the other two passive nodes are for crafting, or like setting your characters in the base, and then that base will have improved manufacturing and all that stuff. So if you want to save your materials for later and you're not going to put this character in the base for now, level up these two passives later and go for the combat ones if you're going to rush through main story. But if you want to do a little bit of both and you have extra materials, you can level up the extra passive right here for manufacturing and all that stuff. While Endfield is best enjoyed while playing at your own pace, progressing through the main story and rushing through the main story actually has its own benefits, such as unlocking the second region. You'll get a lot of new bases to explore. You will also get more materials around the world, harvesting more materials, and then you could also unlock more minerals like ores. You'll get more nodes, you'll increase your world level, and the world just gets harder, but you will yield more resources. So progress through your main story. If you press J, you can focus on your main story first, and then you can focus on the side stuff later on. Alright, moving on to the next tip. We are going to go to the operations manual you see here in the top right, or we could press main menu and then operation manual. So here are your daily quests. Obviously you do these daily quests, but the most important part of the operation manual is the first one, the node rewards. So if you ever find yourself very low on resources such as EXP food or currency credits, you should always do the node. As you can see, this one, the second rewards already gives you a 5-star weapon, so just keep rushing through these and then collect them. It's very easy to clear, and then the next one also gives another 5-star weapon, and I think it goes up to 6-star weapons later on, so make sure to do them. Since one of the end games for Endfield is currently building your base in massive production style, you always want to make sure that you're mining every mineral bed that you see. So if you see these things in the map, I'm going to set down an auto mining rig so that even when you're offline, it will mine for you when you're offline. Press M again, and then we're going to go to markers over here. We're going to clear all, and then we're going to click on rare minerals. No, actually mineral bed, sorry. Mineral bed. So then you can see where all the mineral beds. So another thing, as I was saying earlier, when you progress your main story, some of these mineral beds you'll only have access to like the first 2 or first 3, and then when you play more main story, you'll access 4th and the 5th mineral bed on some of these nodes. So while you're out exploring, it's always make sure you're always mining these mineral nodes depending on which ore you can have access to, because you can craft gear, you can craft these bombs they use in the world. You throw it and you break breakables with hidden environment stuff. You could craft health potions and so much more. So, and it works while you're offline, right? So if you're like done for the day, you're gonna wake up with a bunch of ores ready to craft, ready to move on for your next adventure. The next tip is about the blueprint system. Some of the official tutorials in the game, so we got operation manual, simulation, and then Valley 4. And then you can see some of these will actually reward you with the blueprints. Like for example, this industrial explosive blueprint is very useful for later on. And upon completing the simulation, now we have the blueprint for the industrial explosive. So let's see that in action. Now that we are in our base, we press F1 for the blueprints, and the one that we just recently unlocked, the industrial explosive. So as you can see, we can just attach it right over here. And there you have it. Now we're making grenades for open world exploration. The Battlepass has 3 tiers. We have the basic free one, and then we have the Originium one, and then we have the paid one. So the middle tier one you can actually unlock for free. by using these things, origiometry, and these are obtained from playing through the game normally or exploring. Also obtainable if you go to these, you submit the orolines. These orolines are the floating orbs that you see from exploration. So once you get enough origiometry, you should always buy the battle pass first before you use it on gacha rolls, because the battle pass has a lot of good stuff on it and it's free. Aside from your main base, Valley 4 has 3 other bases that you can manage and build stuff from. So we have this first area, the refugee camp that you unlock. You can level up this camp by going to regional developments and then outpost management and then setting an operator here, so we can set down Leviting for now. And then while you're offline, you could set it so that it'll consume the goods while you're offline, or you can manually feed the goods to level up this outpost. And then you'll get these Valley stock bills. Once you have obtained enough stock bills, you can go to the AIC steward of any outpost or your main base, and you can spend these Valley stock bills to level up your area. So you can level up your main base. You'll start off like a small square first, and you can level it up. And then the depot bus is these things on the side. So the depot bus, for example, these are all depot bus. You can see that there's minerals and other materials coming out from this depot bus. So this one has plants and they go into your production line. One of the biggest enemies that you'll encounter in the game is your inventory space. You're always going to be full, so make sure you craft some extra protocol stash around. So when you're out in the world exploring, you can just set it down to any relay towers, and then you can press shift and left click any item you want to group move to very fast. And then now you can go back to picking up stuff in the open world. You can craft these easily in your base. Press Z and then the 4th tab and then protocol stash. Go to construction and just make like 10 of them and you're good to go. As for tip number 9, although not important, most people are probably going to miss the credit star. So we press escape or main menu, and then we go to acquisition sensor, and then we go to the credit store. Here you can get free credits for the daily activities. So you can earn from visiting your friend's ship, doing the reception room intel section, you know, confidential stuff. Sounds a bit familiar. Gathering clues, exchange, and all that stuff. So once you get enough credits, you can claim 300 daily, and you could spend this on these rewards that are very useful for leveling up your character progression. Like this is like EXP for your character, and this one's like leveling up materials for skills, and then you can refresh it. You can save your credits until the next day. Oh look, we can get gacha pull currency. Aside from the minerals and rares, you should always also collect the recycling station. So these are called recycling station, and we are right next to one right now. The recycling station is very important if you want to level up your spaceship. Leveling up your spaceship, you can farm a lot of materials to level up your characters as EXP food. Aside from unlocking them early, you can also upgrade them a couple times so that the next time you talk to them, you will get a better rewards and you can level up your spaceship a lot faster. Once you get enough materials, go to your control nexus in your spaceship, and then you can upgrade your base. You can also upgrade the cabin. For example, we're upgrading our EXP cabin and it'll give us better materials to unlock. So for now, we can claim all of this. We have 120 XP character food for leveling up our characters. We go to adjust plan. Since we did level up our cabin, now we have access to the intermediate combat EXP food for our characters. Sometimes you'll run into high value targets like this big monster over here that's level 60 that's guarding a yellow golden chest. So you can actually defeat them easily if you use the towers to your advantage. And then we're going to build a bunch of towers, turrets even, to attack them. But we're not going to power the pylons yet. And then we'll power this one up for this next pylon. And then I don't know if we need to power this one, but I'll power this up. Now we can lure. Now, oh, you make sure that they're charged up because they come uncharged. So once it's all charged up, we're gonna pull the boss to the turrets.
Don't mind me. No.
Guard ulting. Boom. Motion. Leviathan ult now. This boss is quite actually tanky, eh? Oh. Interrupt. Boom. Alright, so that's dead. Now we can actually loot the golden treasure chest afterwards.
And it's because we all stuck together.
Nah, it's because of the towers.
And it's because we all stuck together.
Once you're done with the towers, you put it in your stash. Or you could share this tower with your friends. So if you have a bunch of friends in your friends list, you can share a tower and they can defeat the boss using your towers. And those are my top 10 tips for beginners. If you found this guide helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be making some character and building guides in the future. I will see you guys next time. Have fun, administrators. Bye.